Welcome, Aquarius, to your February chakra reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new to my channel, welcome, welcome. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with your chakras. As you can see, they're already pre-shuffled because there's many of them. So, straight into it. First chakra card out. What's most important is your orange chakra, which is your desire. This is talking about the sacral chakra, which is located just below the belly button. And this is helping you understand the desires that you need. Problem with this card, though, is, right? Like, what is it talking about? Do not do for others, excuse me, what they need to do for themselves. Okay, so once again, here we are, right? Talking about speaking your truth from your heart. Honesty is freedom. Any guilt is fear of being disliked. So talking once again, and I know you guys have, I think you guys have had this card before, not too long ago. This is once again, that person who's sitting in the background, who could be doing their own laundry, who could be doing all this stuff, but they decide, right? They decide that they're going to do something within maybe the morning time, okay, and waste the whole day. Maybe they were sick at one time and then they started taking advantage of you. So this whole card is actually about being taken advantage of, doing things for others that they could totally do for themselves. Putting yourself out there, Aquarius, being that, earth angel. But what it comes down to is, that you're almost self-sacrificing your own time and your own free will, and your own free time, I guess is what we'll say, to be doing the things you need to do. So if you're ever here ironing their clothes and you're supposed to be, at the bank putting in the mortgage or the rent or something, you're putting that off so that you can help this person. So it feels like a lot of things are actually being put off in your own life to help this person who is totally willing to, could totally help themselves. They're not sick anymore. They're not this, they're not that, right? But they have taken advantage of you. So take that how it resonates. And I do see that. I do see that happening. You giving too much effort to somebody and not speaking your truth, right? Not speaking your truth. Next card coming out is the red chakra, is going back to your roots so you can feel balanced. Well, yes, because once you get to that desire of, I really need to have this talk with you, I really cannot do this for you all the time, you really need to pick up the slack yourself. That will get you balanced, because there is an imbalance going on between yourself, because now it's getting to the point, for some of you, I really do believe that when they call, you're like, ugh, and you might even have a friend or somebody around you that's like, you really need to say something. You really, you can't just go run to help them every time they call, because now you're not getting your stuff done. Like I said, it's like a self-sacrifice for the things you need to do to keep yourself balanced. So they're getting you in balance because they're taking advantage of you, my friends. Okay, so finding the balance within yourself is going to actually help your chakras, because they're wearing and tearing down your energy, your mind, taking things away from you. Okay, so this is really just wanting you to get back the attention and the priorities for yourself, and being aware, right? Being aware, but you don't want to feel guilty. Like, if I say that I can't help them anymore when I've been helping them so long, I don't want to feel guilty. I don't want to feel like I'm I'm the wicked witch from the West. I mean, I've been here this whole time, but it's like, no, they need to pick up the slack for themselves now. They need to get back on their own feet and start doing their own stuff. Okay, so you have the balance over here. This is going to bring this beautiful balance into your life, bringing you back to the roots of yourself, and making you feel whole again. Okay, then you have patience. Okay, this is going to bring in more patience. You're going to use a lot of patience when doing so. Why are you going to do so? Because Spirit says this is the way that things have to be. They have to learn to do things on their own. Okay, they can't just run to you every time they need something done. Okay, they really need to pick up the pace themselves. So you're going to have a lot of patience, and it feels like you've already been using a lot of patience, because obviously you haven't snapped yet. So continue with that patience, and when you do speak from your heart and from the desire of what you want to allow them to grow back to where they need to be, right? You're going to do it very patiently. Have patience with them. Meditation will bring answers. So for some of you who are looking for that answer of how do I say this to them? How do I do this for them? You're going to meditate on this, and it's going to allow you to reflect on the issue and bring you into this calming place where you're going to have the right answers. Okay. And you have the panda. Stay balanced in your essence. So once again, you're going to be this panda bear. You're going to use this love, this light. But there's also this blue here. Do you see this blue flower? This blue flower is popping out at me because it's talking about that communication that you need to have, having that patience, and speaking with, from the heart, really speaking from the heart. Okay, but this is really opening that throat chakra up to say, you know what, we do need to have some communication about this. I do need to do this. Okay, being that loving panda. Okay, and then over here you have, for your Sacred Rebel card, is release the dark wound, let love live. Why? Why is this card here? What does this mean? It means release them. Release them. Don't feel guilty about it. They have to live their life. They have to do things for themselves. By you releasing them, you're actually allowing them to grow. Grow what? Dependent on themselves. This is a super codependency. So you're going to release them so that they can live. So the two cards coming out is, there it is. Knight of Cups, feeling like you're forced into doing this, feeling like there's no way out, feeling like you're stuck, okay? Wanting and hoping for your Ace of Pentacles, hoping that things go the way you want them to go. I feel like there's a lot of prayers over here that you've actually been asking yourself, like, how do I release the dark wound? How do I release this fish? How do I make them walk on their own 2 feet? Okay, so getting straight into the tarot cards. This is going to raise your vibration and make you feel balanced again, and make you feel like you're where you're supposed to be. Clarifying on the balance of patience, the panda, and release the dark wound is these 4 cards. We are starting there. Yes, this is going to bring in so many more opportunities once you actually get your balance back, because you're not going to feel like you're self-sacrificing things anymore. You're going to be able to do the things that you have by staying patient over here and getting ready to talk with the panda over here with the communication. It's also going to bring in more answers and more opportunities of doing things for them and allowing them to do things for themselves. 8 of Cups. Page of Staffs. Yes, telling them their truth. You need to come in as the Page of Staffs and make them understand that this is something they need to do for themselves, that you cannot be here anymore. It is the right thing to do. And Spirit really wants to make that known. It is the right thing to do. You know deep within yourself, within your own heart and your own soul, that this is bugging you, and you do know that you need to release them. It's just finding the way to do so. So having the Page of Staffs come in, you're definitely allowing them to understand your message. Okay, you're going to take on this fiery energy over here, and you are going to use admiration to do so. You're going to make them understand. Okay, and you're going to say this with this Page of Staffs sitting over here on top of this panda. Not only are you going to come in very balanced with your emotions and speaking your truth with the blue flower, you are also going to make them understand through sophistication, through love, and all these things, that this is the way things have to be. Okay, and this is, you're going to try to innovate them. You're going to try to motivate them, right? Giving them motivation to see the things that they need to do for themselves. Okay, this is going to help them move on. With the 8 of Cups, it's like you're moving towards not giving to them anymore, right? Eight of Cups in reverse. Well, look, you need to do things for yourself. Okay, you're going to flee because it's problematic. Why is it problematic? Because they're taking advantage of you and you're starting to feel guilty because you don't know how to get out of the situation. If I tell them I can't do this anymore, they might snap at me and then they're going to make me feel guilty because, well, I've been here the whole time. But you're not their maid. Are you their maid? No, because if you were their maid, they would be paying you and this would be your job and there would be no reason for this whole reading, right? No, you have to make them understand that they have goals and achievements and dreams for themselves. They need to do things to pick up the pace and grow for themselves. And you have the knowledge and the resources within yourself to get back to having the strength to do so, to make this conversation. Okay, just use that patience and the meditation. So over here you have the patience. Meditation brings answers. Release the dark wound. Knight of Cups and the Pentacles. Sorry, they're a little loud. These are pretty brand new cards. So, had them for a while. I just don't use them very often. Four of Cups upside down. Yes, because you don't want to be the bringer of disappointment. You don't want to be the bringer of doubts and insecurities. You don't want to be feeling guilty. And you're afraid they're going to make you feel guilty. And it makes you feel guilty, but it is a toxic relationship. You have changed yourself to this person. When you get into a meditative state, you will realize that they are using you so that they don't have to do the things that they need to do for themselves. It's total codependency over here. 10 of Cups. This is going to make you feel better once you do get this out and once you release the dark wound of love and light over here and allow them to live. They need to live their own life. And coming out pretty much is the Star card. And now the Star card is here because of the beautiful balance and the dreams and getting back to yourself, right? This is a renewal, having the clarity of how to do things, knowing the direction that you're going in is the right direction, not only for yourself, but for this person. You'll have these bright ideas. You'll have all these remarkable clarities coming through and understandings. And you're going to give that important communication, okay, that is needed, okay? And you will learn a lesson over here of what the difference between giving and receiving is, and hopefully they will also learn something along the way as well. And what it is giving is one thing, but letting someone take advantage of you is a whole nother situation. If you feel like you get stuck into a situation where you're self-sacrificing your own freedoms to do things because you're always running when they snap or however it is, you're going to learn that you're going to give permission to yourself to say, well, I'm sorry, I can't do that for you today. You're going to learn, right, how not to allow this to happen. So it's kind of like your own learning path as well, okay? And yes, that's exactly all it is not allowing someone to take over advantage of you. When you're done, you're done. Maybe at one time you even told them, okay, well, you do look like you're doing much better now. So I think I'm going to be done. And then they keep calling and crying and saying this and that. And then you like throw in the towel and you're like, okay, this time you're going to learn not to do so. You're going to say, you need to pick yourself up, grab your inner strength, and you need to get up and do your laundry. I am not here to do your laundry. I am not here to do your grocery shopping. I am not here to clean your dishes. I am, see what I mean? See, and then all of a sudden, for some of you, it started with one thing and maybe it blew out to be all kinds of things and this person doesn't want to move, right? So then all of a sudden they're taking advantage of you and you don't know how to get out of it without feeling the guilt. So you're going to learn not to allow people to guilt trip you. You're going to allow how to be, no, I'm sorry, you need to learn to do that yourself. Starting to become our great-grandparents and stuff, right? Because they don't do that stuff, right? They're like, psh, you get up, you go do your own thing. Back in my day, we snapped tons of peas and I didn't have no help, right? However it was, right? Depending on your age of what your grandparents, how old they are. But definitely, right? You're learning, and this is how they became so strong, right? That's why grandma's like, no, I ain't here to pick up your socks. You pick up your own socks, right? Like, man, she's mean, right? But that's what you're doing. And why? Because you are going to teach them responsibility. Okay, so what happened here is they've become so dependent on you, they've learned responsibility. Okay, so, and you're going to learn how to take back that. And you definitely are going to become the star of your own world and your own self. And having that self-assurance and saying, nope, that's not the way it works. Okay, and this is also going to bring in the Ace of Swords. And there's that clarity, that understanding, and this renewal of yourself. And also the other way around as well. Now, does this mean that they're going to be completely happy with you? We didn't see that here. Half of you know you're going to be really mad no matter how you say it. And some of you, you know that no matter how nice I am to them, they're going to give me a guilt trip. Well, you stand up in your own. You have a star card for self-assurance and knowing that you did the right thing. And you have the Ace of Swords for saying, well, you know what? That's too bad. That's too bad. I'm not here to wean you. You know, you're not a little baby. Okay. You're not a baby. Half of whoever this is, most of these people that are here are full grown adults. Because I can feel that energy. So acting like children, just being very codependent. Okay, and that was it for you, my friends. And until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.